Woohoo! Thanks, Mom. Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. And no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news right here inside Shroud and Avatar, 5 days a week for your viewing and listening pleasure. Today, for the record, is June 1st, 2017, here inside Shroud and Avatar. How's everybody doing today? I'm going to guess that a lot of our audience and a lot of folks out there are tired and sleepy and sleepless after yesterday.
Well, if they were there the entire time, then absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
No idea.
Yeah.
I think I got home around 1:30 or so.
Man, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
We were still hanging out in here. Even Justin was here until about that time last night.
Well, maybe I should have called you while I was on my way home. I mean, just to say hi. It's like, yeah.
Not like you don't have the number, but yeah.
Well,
I know. You were enjoying. You were enjoying no Austin traffic.
Yes, absolutely. It's almost an empty road on the way home.
And that number would be 872 Laz, Indiana.
Yes.
That's what the number would be. That's right. Yes, folks, we do actually have a telephone number. It is rarely used, but if you want to reach out and touch somebody, you can dial Laz direct. Just use that phone number. But before we get too far into today's show, of course, we won an award yesterday. And while we were on the live stream, and Jack sheepishly came out from behind the camera to...
Well, I didn't come out behind the camera.
Actually, you didn't even come out. That's right.
He came out behind the camera. I'm gay. It was great.
He came out from behind camera number 2.
Actually, that would be camera number 3. Number 2 is on the spinner.
Whatever. On the spinner?
The spinner.
Yes.
Well, it was just... It was singing, "You spin me right round, babe." Right? Yeah.
I think we had enough singing yesterday. But I wanted to thank everybody who made this all possible. Everybody from the guy who gave us the name and gave it the idea, It's Life, Zeke Cooper. Down to the everybody who's here, all you guys who support us out there, all you guys who donate to keep us going, all the folks out there who listen and tune in and come join in the conversations here. The list is long, and I wish I could just go down that list and name everybody, but I wanted to take just a moment or two here just to convey that thanks to you guys and the rest of the community out there. Without all you folks out there, and of course, without all the folks who are here in Discord, Led Zepp, Barrius, Scroda, of course, Asa, Wanda, running the lottery, Mom, Mac, all the folks here, Crafty Method for destroying our toilets. Yeah, all the stuff that's made this what it is the past couple of years. We love you guys and we appreciate it. And I do got to give a shout out to Katrina Magencia, whose wonderful post started the ball rolling on this. I got to thank her.
Yeah.
Thank her very, very much as well. But again, just thank you all dearly. Of course, everybody on the radio staff, Justin, Wolfton, Celine, Eclipse. And again, just the list is so long. I can't possibly put everybody in that list. So, you guys are part of this team. You guys know who you are. We love you guys. And of course, all you supporters out there. We say it every day. We truly mean it when we say it and we sign off. We love you guys. We love this shit. Thank you, Winfield, for asking about that celebrity catchphrase a couple times during yesterday's live.
That's because Winfield secretly loves this shit too.
He does.
Yeah,
he does.
And don't forget that if you want to become a Patreon of NBNN, you can always support us a little bit by going to patreon.com/NBNN and sign up for the Patreon. And that also allows us to pay some of the bills around. And
that allows us actually to get those physical rewards out to folks. A lot of people have gotten their physical rewards. Everything right now from bumper stickers to T-shirts and coffee mugs and much, much more. Is Thex here? Thex got himself a nice package.
No, Thex is on a plane.
That's right.
And,
that's right. Thex is on a journey today, headed to Austin, I believe.
Yeah. And while that's happening, you might want to check their radio.
Why is that?
I just received a text message. That's all I can say. I just received a text message. But then it's one where so Thexy's plane is supposed to land at 12:53. And I'll let you guess who's supposed to pick him up from the airport.
That would be Justin. No.
Nope.
That is interesting. What is going on?
Well, actually, it was delayed. He's now landing at closer to 2, so I don't have to okay, I'm out of here and just sprint right out the door.
Okay, so I thought you had to pick him up initially beforehand, but that's not the case.
I do have to pick him up, but his plane was scheduled for arriving at 12:53. And then, so last night I was joking around. It's how should we do this? Should I just do the show from my car? Should I, while I'm hanging out in the waiting parking lot of Bergstrom International Airport, or should I just say, screw it, do the show from the house? And then be late to pick up the X.
I don't know.
But
I check the radio here, but I'm having.
I don't know. It's I was just told she lost something.
That's really weird. Oh well,
and it wasn't her sanity this time.
I'm way behind right now. It sounds like the radio show's just starting, which is very weird. I get some delay. That should just be fixed by restarting the radio. But let's see if that helps. So for those of you listening on that delay, our show may run a little late today.
Yep. I just responded to the message saying that Laz technical difficulties long says it's working fine.
I can't say it's working fine because I can't hear it right now.
I know. Boy, you know what?
I can't hear it.
There's always a way to do things. If I could ever type in my password from my phone correctly.
Yeah, well, that's anybody's guess.
Radio Free Britannia.
I don't know. I'm going to have to go to another place and see what WRFB.
Yeah, so thank you, everybody, for your support. Thank you for hanging out with us. We really would be just two guys hanging out, doing a whole lot of nothing if it wasn't for you guys giving us a platform to do any of this. Thank you.
Now, I was talking with Arius last night, and he had a very interesting idea. But again, I'm trying to check this real quick. So let me just see on another radio link here what happens. I don't know.
My phone app is not working.
Looks like the radio crashed. So.
Oh, the radio crashed?
That seems to be what's going on. I mean, everything seems to be working. Looks like it's functioning properly. But yeah, we are live on the internet, and we will see if I can't fix that here in just a minute.
Hopefully.
While we're doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. But while that's going on, lots of new information out there.
Lots and lots of stuff out there. Of course, let's talk about the telethon real quick. 115,000. I'm sorry. The final tally was 115,000.
Yes.
Raised, just shy of the 120,000 flaming plate armor.
Hey.
Well, see, I thought the flaming plate armor was actually supposed to be 130,000, but
I thought it was 110 from what I heard, but maybe I heard that. I heard that secondhand, so hard to say.
Yeah.
Smith was a little upset about all that.
What's that?
That he didn't get his flaming plate armor?
No, he was upset because they left out chainmail once again. Like chainmail doesn't exist.
Right.
It does
Where's
not.
the flaming chainmail?
What's up with that?
They
make plate this, plate that. They never make flaming chain armor.
Well, that's put it on the wish list that we need some chain armor as well. And
I mean, we've got the elven plate, but we don't have elven chain. We've got various plate. We just don't. Yeah, they always skip the chain.
Okay.
That.
Moving right along. So, during the telethon of the Avatar yesterday, we did achieve quite a few goals. Do we want to go right down that list and tell everybody what you have that handy?
If you contributed to $5 of new money to the Portalarium crew, you will be receiving the Smoke Virtue emote, which allows you to blow the virtual symbol in smoke from a pipe. Yes. You will also receive...
Which virtue, though?
Balloons, which is a small cluster of balloons held in your hand. These are going to be black with a silver virtue symbol on them.
Looking silly.
Also, a miner's helmet with flames on top that will also have the virtue symbol on it. Don't forget, there is also a miner's helmet in-game that is craftable if you can find the recipe.
Don't forget. Speaking of minor flamers, the Airy from Trevor project starts today.
Yes, that is right. It's going to be a month-long. We'll get to that because we have information.
Minor
on
flamers.
that
Never
as
mind.
well.
No major flavors.
Just minor flamers.
Just
there.
Right. For minor flamers, right?
But Arius, you got your flaming leather. I mean, you must be enjoying that at least.
Well, he also is getting a flame pattern stained glass oil table lamp 3-pack.
Yay.
You can't fight with that.
The fire elemental statue with flame effects.
Shit, I gotta fight.
As Barrett calls it, the flame-shaped shield and scimitar. As everyone else pronounces it, scimitar, but Barrett thinks it's a scimitar. And
Is
he would
it
like to
melee or is it melee?
What are those meme things that you like to look at on the internet? Hey, we have a trove of things that Laz mispronounces.
Oh yeah, well,
Potato, tomato.
That's right.
He's just interpreting. He's interpreting.
I'm interpreting.
Interpreting.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Dial.
Brooklynese over here.
So
Brooklynese.
Laz, how do you say scimitar?
Scimitar.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Then, as
Positive.
as we already
I'm
discussed,
as positive as today is Thursday.
Thursday.
Where's the car?
Yeah.
Nah, that's Boston. You got
That's
the
right.
wrong. You got the wrong demographic.
Isn't good morning in Brooklynese? Fuck you. Isn't that good morning?
That's the New York
That's
Echo.
about right.
New York Echo is hello. Shut the fuck up.
Yep. Sounds about right.
That it is. I tell you.
Yeah.
New York.
Since you guys weren't at the telethon, you didn't get to have Sienna Thorne's brownies. Oh my god.
I heard you were supposed to stay away from those brownies.
Oh.
No, I ate the brownies.
Did you
What's
drive?
really funny?
Did you drive?
Yeah, I did. Since I've had to shift to multiple daily injections, and so I've got tons and tons of dirty neadles. Actually, this one's not unused, but I've got a ton of needles. So I texted her while we were streaming, and it's like, brownies? Ooh, bring me one, please. And so after she delivered it to me, I ran outside in the hallway, just filled it with insulin
Jack
beforehand.
yourself.
Just jacked myself.
Okay. Is yeah. What people will do for Sienna Thorne brownie, I tell you.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And then at the very end of the telethon, she was like pushing me out of the way. It was actually kind of funny.
I saw you two fighting in the corner, sort of, one upping, but she needed to be in front of you because she's a little
Shorter.
shorter than you are. Yes, absolutely. Well, most people are shorter than you are, but that's another story altogether.
That's only because you're a halfling. I mean, you're not a
There you
dwarf
go.
because you don't have the beard. You're a halfling.
Well, speaking of dwarfs, did she have a dwarf in tow with her by chance?
The dwarf was at home, but I did talk to him a little bit during the telethon, so we were messaging back and forth. So
Gotcha.
I wish the dwarf some love, and I did tell her that whenever she gets to see him again, that she needs to smack his ass, and if he returns the favor and then forgets to remove his hand, that's for me.
Yeah, well, we know he'll forget to remove the hand.
Well, yeah, but we know what the dwarf's going to be doing. I read all about it in the daily. I read all about it in the Daily Britannian at Hobloth.
That's right. You sure did. But speaking of the Daily Britannia, we got a hot story in the Daily Britannia. I posted that down here. Do we want to hit on that? Because today's going to be a weird show. I don't know whether we're going to actually get some news in today. Well, we're definitely going to get some updates in. But while I'm thinking about it, we got Asa Wonder here with us today, who's got a new gig going on, and I figured I'd get him in here because today's the only day till we come back next week.
You didn't actually post anything from the Daily Britannian.
Sure, I did.
Are you referring to the forum link, or are you referring to...
That's right. The forum link came out of the Daily Britannia.
Okay.
The seed invest description, is this the different game? That one? I read that as I was going to bed last night, and there was only like 2 replies, and today there's like 6 pages.
Yeah, there's still over 6 pages. It hasn't been killed yet.
And I didn't actually want to go into that topic, but that was just a lead in to the actual topic itself.
Yeah, but we have to be very, very close on where we tread if any of that is actually, any of Lord British's statements actually apply to us about the press and disclosures. So we
How
have
so?
well, Depends. How much do you want the SEC breathing down your neck about violating certain things?
Reading off of a website, that's illegal.
It depends on how you're doing it.
Okay.
Hold on. Trying to play something. If I could type it in right.
Hey, no
wait.
pew pew.
Oops. What the hell? I mean,
What?
we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Rename, copy, play, paste. There. Okay, so the forum thread, which means that we're not going to the other page to actually read anything, is talking about the seed invest in Portalarium Series B, which is a method of Portalarium to receive seed money directly. And so you become an investor directly in Portalarium versus donating directly through Shroud of the Avatar, which allows them to develop Shroud of the Avatar.
Okay.
The difference would be one, you're investing as an investor. The other one is you're donating money to fund development.
What I miss?
Okay, yeah. I think I get it, but I'm not too sure. But we'll figure that out.
Yeah. And then, but like Lord Darkmoon is actually going through and looking at the actual descriptions and saying, is this the same game that we're talking about?
Yeah. There's a lot to read there, but
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about the topic that they were doing this. I mean, we're not allowed to do that? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, as soon as I finished up with the community hour, I had to leave and go to the store, so I missed all that when it first came out. So if that makes any
you
sense
missed
to
Lord
you.
British's comments about how you have to be really careful, especially as the media. Then he explicitly pointed out NBNN and the coverage of how you can't do advertising and that discussion.
Yeah, no, I guess I missed that. I'll have to go back and watch that. So we'll table this discussion then until next week. That's not a problem, or whenever.
Well, I mean, I
Until
think
can-
especially as we have more time to go through and look at some of these things, we will be able to understand a little bit more of have a firmer grasp on.
It's my understanding through talking with some other folks that there's some specific information in there pertaining to a specific release date.
What?
Well, the release date is going to be in the second half of the year, and I actually asked Lord British this last night, and I asked him point blank a couple of different questions off camera. One of them was, and then he's like, "What? You weren't listening to me while I was in the room?" And I was like, "No."
I wasn't in the room.
I was out
running
here.
the camera.
I was doing other weird things. And he said that story launch is going to be still targeted for July, but that's not going to be the official launch, that they're in negotiations right now with manufacturers for the physical goods. And after that happens, they are anticipating a launch sometime in the second half. And then some people were talking about how their pool was different dates, and he's hoping earlier in the second half than later. So earlier in the second half would be probably September, October.
It's got to be sooner than that.
Well,
But that's all I'm going to say. And we'll discuss this off camera later and see what we can and cannot discuss. So
yeah. But
you never know when those things are going to fall out of the sky and hit you in the head.
Well, yeah. It's interesting stuff. And all becomes fun stuff. Then, off the air, I'll even tell you one of the other questions I point blank asked Lord British. And
Well, I'm sure it's going to be
we'll see what your
interesting.
response is.
Well, you didn't ask him what it's like to have a rocket strapped to his ass and blast it into space like I did you?
Well, no, I'm also not the one that asked him what's it like to rub one out in space.
Wow.
Cameras, man, cameras.
If you want to know the answer to that, you can get your own copy
read in
of
his book.
Explore Create, and you can read it in his book. It tells you all about it in the book. Hey, we don't make this shit up, man. I mean, can't make this stuff up. This stuff's too
That's
good.
in his book, Explore Create, which you can get off of Amazon. And if you're lucky enough to see Lord British, he will autograph it. And if you ask him to write his favorite line from there, I have no idea what it will be.
Yeah, neither do I. Okay, radio's being a bitch right now.
Well, your name is Laz. Technical difficulties.
That's right.
Long.
That just gives me an excuse to change something later on today, then. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Been meaning to get in there and make some changes, get some things updated. Now, that's why. That's probably
Yeah.
two copies running don't probably work very well.
Oh.
Which it's not supposed to be able to do.
So you're breaking things?
Hey, only I'll get 2 copies of a program that's not supposed to run 2 copies to work. You know, it just works that way. Anyway, let's move right along. Of course, I was moving right along till we derailed the train like we normally do around here.
Did you love the Scotty section?
Who did not love the Scotty section?
Did you enjoy that tour of Artifice?
You know, I did not get to...
what? You didn't see the trap? The epic trap?
Real life things take precedent around here, and I do other things.
So spoiler alert.
Well, I did see parts of it. I did not see. I got the story of it's the grand illusion. I got that part. If that's
man.
And I did get to see the children. I did see that.
But did you see
that was great.
Did you see the trap?
The one that went like that?
What? Not the children.
The children, yes.
The children were crushed by the trap. Yes. I loved how many times they had to preface that with, remember, artifice is artificial. As you learned, the gold was not gold. This was not this. This is not this.
So the chocolate Led Zepp was eating was not actually chocolate. It was something.
Well, just because he pulled it from the bottom of the outhouse, I mean.
Yeah. Well, okay. Is that pudding from the bottom of the outhouse? That's right. Yeah. There's a story similar to that in history.
Yeah, so the squashing of the children, I think, was hilarious because after Scotty was done, I was like, kill more children! And that is an homage to one of the early Ultima games where Richard did use children as a monster, and you had multiple choices on what to do. And there was a lever in the middle of the room. They were all chained up, and they were
I think that made more waves than the children did. Is they saw all these people dressed in scantily clad in leather and whips and chains and all sorts. I think that made more of a stir than anything else.
I had 2 thoughts on the whole thing last night, and one was that due to the same-sex pairings that they have in the orgy room, that'll have to be changed for Russia. And the second was that the murder of children in the video game, graphically, will make this game a mature only. You'll have to be $18 to buy this game on Steam.
Well, it's,
I don't know
more
about
than
that because
already.
I mean,
Probably
it's like how
already
many
done.
times do they say this isn't real?
I understand that,
Yeah.
but there are laws that dictate in the U.S. whenever you release a video game what content can and cannot be in it. And in this case, the murdering of children inside of a video game does constitute a mature rating.
It's culling. It's culling, not murdering.
Yeah, well, I
I'm just saying.
thoroughly believe that this game is going to carry mature content.
It's
I
gonna
have
have
no
to
other
now.
reason to believe otherwise. I mean, the blood and gore from killing things should have done that right by itself. No?
Two people on the bed.
Well, you know what? It's going to be interesting. Doesn't bother me.
It sure is.
Because if you look at Grand Theft Auto and the number of kids that end up getting that are way younger than anything else.
They can't buy it though. Like their parents have to buy it for them because that is an 18 plus
Well,
game.
technically, how many kids under the age of 18 have credit cards and buy
quite
stuff?
a few.
A few, but not like when you're comparing the apples.
I was gonna say,
Not that
I live in the land of kids with credit cards. It's called Florida, where kids get their.
Those are all college students.
That's their parents.
You're thinking
Yeah,
Puerto
they're
Rican. That's their parents' credit cards.
They shouldn't be trusted with credit cards.
Well, these days, like with Steam too, they don't need to go out to buy the game; just get it online.
Oh, you don't even need that. You go to 7-Eleven, you buy a Steam credit off the damn shelf, and boom, you're in. You know.
Hey, I mean, changing complete gears just because Led Zepp was mentioning Ultima. We do have to thank Minerva, or congratulate Minerva and Roper Doc Holliday on their 1Bs. Jacob White
Caballero,
Jacob White for again receiving a 1B.
I wonder if that's why he wasn't there.
Probably. Caballero, congrats to him as well. Yeah.
Yes, good to see him recognized as well. He does a great job. If you guys haven't seen any of Caballero's streams, actually, Caballero was the first person to take us international, I believe. When Lord British got killed during that massive event and we were there, Caballero picked it up over where he is. I believe he's over in like the Philippines or something like that. And
I don't know.
Anyway,
I can't remember
he picked
who
up
did
our
that.
news stream and clipped a piece of it to show the world, and it made all sorts of other outlets as well in the gaming industry, which was, I was like, dude, we're all over the place.
It's like, yay! Yeah, I remember that, but I don't remember who did that.
Well, that was Caballero who did it.
Okay, but yeah, that was always awesome. So, what else are we going to talk about? I mean, the telethon stuff. I didn't watch a lot of it.
Get the radio back up, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen for today's show. So I
Did you restart
apologize
it?
for those of you. It's just hanging here. It's just being a bear. And again, what I've got to do to get it fixed right now, I just can't do sitting here.
While you're we need to take the sledgehammer out and
Yeah,
hit it a couple
I
times on
gotta
site.
go get the special hanger. You know, I got one of those hangers that Dallas uses down at the office there. Gotta get back there with the hanger and yeah. What package?
Package, my
You have a
package.
package?
It's animation.
Oh, okay. We can talk about the broken light objects. I noticed is reported is of course I was sort of dumbfounded when I was sitting here and all of a sudden I realized that I had no more light from my cloak. But it was reported by somebody else. It also seems to be affecting the Lord Marshal's helm and the Lord Marshal's cloak, or the other cloak as well. So I'm guessing that all light cloaks or all objects that you can wear and cast light are nerfed at this point.
What?
Due to last patch.
Narfed. What's narfed?
Nerf.
You mean nerfed?
No, NARF. NARF. We've had this discussion before.
That'd be an iteration.
It's the 80s.
Pinky and the Brain. NARF.
It's like thick.
Narf.
That's right. But anyway, let's try and get back to Aso Wonder has got a new project being worked on. Now,
Hey, guys.
NARF, not nerfed.
Nerfed. Arfed.
And of course, again, let's get Aso in here. And Aso is running the Novia lottery, and he's got a new project that he's working on. And I told him he better get his butt in here if he wanted people to hear about it this week, because this is the last show of the week till next week. So,
All right.
Aso.
Well, let's let
start
everybody
with
in.
Let's start. How's the lottery going? How are we doing this week? Ticket sales. I know you've doubled tickets.
I've
and
doubled
half
tickets.
the price, correct?
That's right. I've reduced the price to make it a bit easier on people to enjoy the lottery. Ticket sales are a little bit slow right now, and I think it's because of the location change, but it will pick up because the town we're in, Minewent, is becoming amazing right now. It's the home of Wonderland. It's the home of Sota Wars. We're going to be holding PvP wars, 8 versus 8 or up. I'm building bases throughout the entire town to use as capture the flag type bases, and we've also thought of other styles of games. We have that available on sodawars.com to register for right now, or if you just want to hit me up, PM me, Aso Wanda, and we can talk about how you can be involved. In fact, we're actually running our first beta wars today in the afternoon, so if anyone wants to join and come see how it all works, please message me. It's Aso Wanda, AESOWONDAH. And yeah, other than that, we're, like I said, it's the home of Wonderland, so we're creating more things and attractions to bring people into Minewent, and we've got multi-level climbing challenge on the go right now. It'll have easy, medium, and ultra hard. Ultra hard will I guarantee it will kill you if you fail. So
guaranteed to kill you.
Guaranteed to kill you.
That should get a crowd out there.
And it will be long, and it will guarantee a prize at the end. So we'll also start doing time trials. One other thing is I've just built an absolutely beautiful arena. It took me over a week. It's in the northwest of the castle, right as you come into Minewent. And Minewent is located east of Nightshade Pass, exactly in the middle of the island of Novia. So,
very cool. Now, I also know, I haven't had a chance to come out yet, but you are the first to tell me of having a keep-sized moon dial out in your town. So
yeah.
I don't know how many people have actually purchased this. You're the first person who has told me they've actually been
I know I'm not
wild and crazy enough to make that purchase and plop that one down, but
I know
if
I'm
you
not
all want
the
to
first.
see, okay, you're
But
not
that's okay.
the first.
I know
Okay.
I'm not the first, but yeah, I'm the first advertising it, I think. Actually, I did see one on Caballero's stream, so that's not true. But
Okay.
come down and see it. It's the centerpiece of our town right now, and we're building the market to kind of curve right around it. So you just run around the moon dial, and you can hit all your merchants right as you come into the town.
I will make it out there later on today once I'm finished with all my stuff. Tried to make it out last night, but both of us were whooped, as it may be.
Quite sleepy, yes.
Yeah. Schedules get crazy around here, as we know, trying to do all the wonderful things we do out here in the community.
Definitely.
But if you want to go see one, we now know a location where you can go check one out, and that's Minewent.
And thank you for letting me spiel off a bit about what's going on. And again, the two websites right now are novialottery.com and sotawars.com.
Well,
And go have a look at
absolutely.
those.
And don't thank us. We've got to thank you, because without folks like you who help sponsor us and bring us things like this to inform the community, we wouldn't be what we are either. So thank you for putting this together for the community. The lottery's been pretty good success so far. The last couple draws have been nice. And again, if you haven't been part of the lottery and you want to try and win some quick gold, not just gold, Aso dips into his own private stash and also offers up artifacts as other, what do we call them?
I'd say constellation prizes.
Constellation prizes, absolutely.
I'm advertising the gold prizes on the website as what you can win, but of course, every time I have a draw, I get so excited, I just start giving lots of stuff away. So come out and have some fun. It's every Sunday at noon. So
there we go. And again, don't forget to get out there and get your tickets for the Novia Lottery. And what time is the trials happening today out in Minewent?
okay, so we're playing it by ear. I still have to complete the second base. Won't take me long, but we'll have it in probably within the next hour and a half. So I'd say about 4 o'clock. If people want to start messaging me, we can get some people down there and have a lot of fun today.
There you go. So those of you who are interested in getting out to there and probably trying to score on second base, but don't worry, Zep, you'll never get to home.
Oh yeah. Tell that to my sheep.
Okay.
Right.
About the only place you get to home base. And then, of course, yes, let's talk about the Airy Fund real quick. Let's get that up on stream because Dex went ahead and got a whole new page updated out there for this month's
That is right.
this month's ongoing events, and I have to get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to get back to it. Where did I see that? He dropped that in here, didn't he?
What? Wasn't ready for it. Wasn't ready.
Yeah, I know. Crazy days.
Crazy days.
I thought I had it up there.
I was busy doing other weird things.
Other weird things.
Yeah, I know. It's like you were talking, and I was squirreling and looking at other things, and completely was unprepared.
I guess
So-
I can just type in the.
Do I need to paste it for you?
No, I'm here.
Are you sure about that? You're right there?
I'm right here.
Nah,
Yes, I
I don't
think I'm right
I
here.
don't believe him.
Okay, so the Airy Fund is running a campaign that's going to be benefiting the Airy Fund and the Trevor Project, which is the Just One Life community cause, and that's targeting LGBTQ teen suicide prevention. And if you're willing to donate, you can just go to airyfund.org and go to support us, and you'll be able to find it. And the Just One Life community spotlight is an important cause this month, is targeting suicide prevention and the LGBTQ community, especially targeting teenagers. We'll be creating awareness around the subject and sharing the experience of fellow gamers who are directly impacted by this issue. We are also supporting the Trevor Project, which provides suicide prevention services to those in need. The theme for the initiative is Just One Life, meaning if
Just
we
one.
work together and our efforts save just one life, then we have accomplished our mission. So join us in the fight to make a difference by helping us save just one life.
That's right. Now, Arius, I know that you are involved with this, and so is the Prism Guild and Lace, and there are several other folks involved with this, but you want to go ahead and tell folks what you're up to with this initiative and how you're working with these other folks
Sure.
as well as the Erie Fund. Tell everybody what you're doing out there in
So-
the community.
So while Lace is setting up Prism stuff and getting different events and things put together, and Thex is running around and building the website, and you guys are helping promote, I'm over on the Twitch side of things, and I am putting together a streamer weekend, a 48-hour long marathon, where Twitch streamers are going to be handing off the stream from one to another from June 24th to the 26th. That 48 hours right there, starting at midnight on the 24th, 12:01 a.m. on the 24th, and going into for 48 hours. And getting that set up. Also, Thex has been kind enough to create banners and logos for any Twitch streamers who want to just support the Airy Fund or have a logo or a panel down on their page where people can click it and go donate to that fund. That has also been provided and available. And if people have questions about that or need directions for that, please contact me in game or on Discord or on Twitch, or send me a message. Whatever you got to do, just poke me, and I'll be more than willing to share that information with you and get you set up and start building up that data of who wants to stream when on the 48-hour run. I also like to note, June is Gay Pride Month. It's Gay Pride Month because the 26th of June, the 28th of June is when Stonewall happened back in the day, and the 26th of June will be marriage equality, our anniversary, our second anniversary of marriage equality in the United States. Yay, go Gay Pride Month.
Yay. Now, of course, out here on the Airy Funds website, there are a list of events, and there's a whole page here dedicated to this. You guys can go out and look. Prism does have a whole host of events starting on the 3rd. The Prism presents the Fishing Derby for Just One Life. On the 10th, they present the boat. Is that right? Boat emote party. I guess they're going to have a emote sharing party out in the boat.
Yep.
The 17th is a Grandmastering tutoring event, just for the Just One Life. But that's something that Prism does on a regular monthly basis again. On the 30th, there's a putt-putt golf to wrap it up. And, of course, I'll be talking to you about the 48-hour stream. Just a thought popped into my head, but we can use the remote on NBNN to let streamers pass back and forth, and maybe get NBNN involved with helping you guys do that nonstop through just one stream. So we'll talk about that later as well.
All right.
I don't know if you thought about it, but it just popped in my head. If you guys are going to pass off streams, that would be the easiest way to do it. But anyway, moving right along, that's events and stuff that are coming up, and we'll be telling you more throughout the month of what's going on.
We will definitely have a ton more information related to it. And don't forget that suicide is the second leading cause of death for those between the ages of 10 and 24. So anything we can do to save a young life is essential, especially considering that LGBTQ members are 4 times more likely to attempt suicide than their heterosexual peers.
Yep, absolutely.
We will cover a lot more information related to
it's a great
this
cause
initiative
to support. It's a great cause in the community. If those of you who really aren't paying attention, yes, we have quite the active community out there in the LGBT community, and they've been awesome throughout the game. If you're not familiar with the folks over at Prism, get to go know them, because they're an awesome group of folks, and you don't have to be anything to go join Prism. Prism is a openly accepted group, and I don't know what else to say on that.
The Prism is not an LGBTQ plus guild. We are an inclusive guild that does have LGBTQ focus, but we are an inclusive guild for anyone who wants to come in and be a part of it.
Everybody is welcome. Thank you.
Yes,
that's the point. Yeah, and I would have murdered that had I gone further. So thank you for
anybody
stepping in on
and
that.
everyone is welcome in the Prism Guild.
We're willing to train you.
We're willing to set you up and let you become a crafting god.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it right there. That's true. It's like you look through the list.
Choking on. What are you choking on there? That shit out of your mouth.
He had a little something in his mouth. He had to carry
A little something.
But moving right along, it's about that time of the day.
Yep, it is.
And it looks like I'll be digging out some aluminum later tonight.
Some aluminum? You gonna make
aluminium out of an anthill that. So yesterday, Richard was showing us images of what he did Tuesday night.
molten aluminum down anthills.
Yes.
Oh,
So it appears that I've just been invited to go help dig that out. Huh. So I'll be doing that tonight.
So you go and where's this? Did he do that down at Castleton?
Yes.
Oh, that should be interesting.
It's
Four
down the
ants.
street. Four ants.
Four
Yeah.
ants.
And
Pouring molten aluminum down their anthills.
yeah,
Right.
it wasn't me. I just saw the video. Looked really cool.
Ant hole
Okay.
just doesn't seem.
Yeah. So this becomes a huge
Let
question for
the
you.
ant hole the other day.
We do have community calendar to talk about. We know we're not going to
Yes,
be doing
yes,
a
we
show
do.
tomorrow. Did we want to
And
cover?
We're not going to be doing a show Monday.
We're not doing a show on Monday.
Nope.
What? So we win an award and then we take off a couple days. Sweet.
You know, somebody said we should have just taken the whole week off. I said, we just can't do that. And we'd just be sitting here anyway, so we might as well do the show while we're here.
Well,
Yes,
You can go play the game. I don't know.
I do have yet another one of them annoying, pesky doctor appointments, those things
Okay.
that keep me here. So
yeah.
I might be back in time, but I doubt it. So I'm just going to call it and be done.
Okay.
And we will be returning Tuesday next week. Unless we're going to take a week off, we can, Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back on Tuesday. We'll be bored shitless by then anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. So the NBN community calendar is available on your electronic devices. Just go to the appropriate store, be it the Android or the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store. Just do a search for NBNN or Shroud of the Avatar, and you will eventually be able to find the NBNN app. Then after that, don't forget that the community calendar on nbnn.info is an aggregate of all of the public calendars that Laz has been notified about or he has found, and he has maintained those beautifully. And if
Yes,
you
we
have a
have-
Google public
yeah,
calendar
yeah.
related to Shroud of the Avatar and you would like to see your events being listed here, you can always email news@nbnn.info and Laz will eventually add them to the community calendar.
We have the most comprehensive calendar listed that I know of.
Yes, through an exhaustive search of something.
All the other calendars.
Yes. And don't forget, all times on the community calendar are Central Standard Time, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time.
Nude Britannia time.
And the NBNN calendar is always looking for new submissions, so you can always email those to nudes@nbnn.info. And Scroto will curate and collate those all day long.
That's right. Don't forget to put your submissions in for the calendar.
And it should be coming to you this holiday season, if we have enough submissions. Then
If we have to make up some submissions, we will.
yeah, we'll just have a bunch of Laz and Jack pictures. It's all good.
Yeah, maybe that's what it's going to have to be. Just you
The
and
Laz
I
and Jack pictures.
Some compromising positions. That's all.
We have never been in a compromising position
Never.
in Shroud of the
Not us.
Avatar. Never.
All weddings
Don't know what
require
you're talking about.
compromise.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along. Let's
In
get the
patch up, there's a
calendar
reason
knocked
that
out
we
today.
shoot from the waist up.
That's right.
Today at noon or 12 and 6 around the clock, there are two idiots that interpret the news on WRFB,
WRFB.
a show called Lunch with Laz and Jack. Today at 7, the Phoenix Republic is doing their PvE nights. You can always join Malahari or Kazan Phoenix Fire or exploring the lands of Novia. at 7 on WRFB.
WRFB.
Is the 70s at 7 at 8 o'clock. This just in, DJ Nurse Justin taking over the airwaves for unmedicated schizophrenia.
Will not be
What?
on the airwaves.
This is news to me. It's
She's
just
headed to Austin.
Oh, yeah. She can do the show from my computer.
But I believe that the lovely Eclipse Maiden may be stepping into her time slot tonight. She mentioned something about that during the end of her show last night on the radio. So look for the lovely other Deco Diva,
Eclipse Maiden.
Doing
unmedicated schizophrenia
part
Trey?
I have not got confirmation of that.
Is she
That's
doing
right.
unmedicated schizophrenia part Trey or part dude?
I don't know. Wasn't it part Trey that way?
Part Trey? I thought it was part Trey.
Well, yeah. Various different methods.
Part Trey. Then after that, 10 p.m. on AR, we have Temper Tantrum Tea Days. Amber Rain has announced that she is returning to the airwaves for Temper Tantrum Tea Days. And then the final event of the evening is going to be on WRFB.
WRFB.
And that's the Record Room.
That's right.
Should we do
Laz's
Friday?
old man.
Should we do
That's
Friday?
right. My old man, every Monday through Friday, is him and his partner Tommy doing the Record Room. You'll get yourself quite the musical education by listening to them. They visit everything from 1940s up to the 1970s and everything in between. And believe me, it'll take you for a ride, or it may make you want to just,
When did he start doing that?
He's been doing that for quite a few years. I tell you what, I've been doing it since about 2013, something like that. I know I got about 4 years worth of shows in the can that we rotate through, and they're still cranking them out to this day. The two of those guys. So anyway, Record Room, my old man, 10 o'clock. Great stuff out there. Of course, you can catch us throughout the day again, 12 and 6. Every tick around the clock, you can listen to Lunch with Laz and Jack here on the radio, except for when we have technical difficulties like today, and there ain't Jack on the radio. There ain't Laz on the radio. There ain't nobody on the radio.
Right now. Maybe I should take it over, and I could have broadcast it live. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
This happened 10 minutes in, so you probably could have done that.
Yeah, I could have done it so that way you could have salvaged something for the few people that are listening.
It'll go out tonight in the replays, no big deal. They'll catch it. And that's just a better reason to tune in and watch us live, or of course catch our podcast, which is available on the NBNN app. Every day after the show, I upload it, and you can catch today's show right in the NBNN app on demand. You don't have to wait for it. You can listen to it any time of the day after 3 p.m. once it's posted. And that's 3 p.m. Eastern time, folks. 2 p.m. Central, for those keeping track. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and just thank everybody out there. We're going to close out today. Not just by thanking sponsors, but again, I got to thank the wonderful community out there for all their backing and support. Got to thank the guys and gals down at Portalarium for recognizing community members out there and just being the stand-up crew they are. I know we don't always see eye to eye with those guys and gals down there, and we don't always agree, but we do agree to disagree at times. And we worked through it. And, of course, Lord British said it the best. And, again, I'll have a clip of that because, as we go back and forth and we do bicker and, we have the devs who are sitting here. I think Gix was just here. Is he still here? Gix is hanging out today. List Rostov hangs out with us. Lord British of course, if you guys don't know, comes and sits on the lawn just like the commoners and joins in from time to time. He loves listening and tuning in, and so should you. You don't have to love it, but tune in. We get all sorts of great information out to you guys throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year. And we touch on those topics that people just may not be willing to touch on because, we can. That's right. Big love out there. Jack with his cue cards. But with that, again, I got to thank all you guys who make this possible, who keep us coming back, who keep us having fun with you all out there. And again, we love this shit. This all started out sitting on a lot. Never did tell that story today. We'll try and remember that one for Tuesday.
Sitting on a lot that's not even our lot. It was someone
that was
else's
not even
lot.
my lot. Wasn't even my chair.
Else's lot.
Somebody else's lot.
They put up the chair. They put up the radio.
And we just sat down and started a show. But thank you, everybody out there. We're going to have to wrap it up for today, Jack. Real quick thank yous.
Thank you, everybody, for watching out on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia. We couldn't do the show without you guys, and we do it for you guys. So thank you from the bottoms of our hearts. Thank you to everybody cheering on my channel. Love you. And don't forget, we do this show for you guys, and otherwise we'd just be two guys sitting around doing a whole lot of nothing. So thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for joining us in Discord as well.
With you.
I love you, baby.
Meanwhile, we got to get out of here. I love you too. Here's to 20 more years. We've been doing this 2+ years and enjoying every bit of it. Coming to work in our underwear every day. We love it. Yeah. Well,
2 weeks.
I need some support, man. I can't be swinging in the breeze like that. Anyway, we got to wrap it up. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Stay tuned, NBNN, for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy, wild happenings, and the latest goings on right here inside Shroud of the Avatar. We will be back with you next week on Tuesday and resume the shenanigans and hijinks right here on NBNN. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we will see you all then.
Bye-bye. Do it on time or be late.
You better get going.
I still have an hour.
Patchup gave you $5, man.